When Mom first met you, you had your own clothing company.
Yes, I did actually.
Which you lost because of 9/11, right?
That's correct. Everything. I bought the company I closed in June, I think, and September 11th happened 3 months later, and everything was in China, and all the orders got canceled because everybody in the United States, even if they weren't in New York, it was like, oh, September 11th, and everything stopped. So.
Wow. So you lost.
And then he built it all up. Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but he is such a pivot and try again.
Ass kicker.
Just keeps going
Yes.
and killing it. And I feel like everything you do works. And so even during the pandemic, I was like, how are you guys doing? We're trying to do shows. And he was like, oh, I'm doing PPP. I'm sourcing PPP now and getting it. It's on a ship. It's kind of like, what?
that's right.
Yes, another disaster.
That's the New York thing, though. It's like, I got something. What is trouble? Hey, let's make money off trouble.
Now, did you, being a New Yorker, what was the conversation around Donald Trump then?
For years,
before
way
all
back.
this?
I mean, everybody knew Donald Trump. He was like the laughing stock of New York, and he was like he only wanted to be in society, and everybody, they ostracized him. He historically, when he built buildings, he would hire people like flooring people. And I had an Uber driver once who was really lovely Hispanic guy. And he said to me, you know, my family worked for Donald Trump, and I can't remember which building, maybe it was Trump Tower. And we did all the flooring. And what happens once you're finished, he stiffs you, and then you have to sue. So the insurance company pays the insurance. So he always maintains his insurance policies, but that's why they settle. So that kind of was his ethos.
There's a story about one of the hotels in Atlantic City too, where a guy, the bid was 160 grand for the curtains or whatever it was. And the guy did the whole building, whatever it was. And he got paid $35,000 and they went, sue me. Right. And I just think, and that's the guy, it's so funny. That's what makes me laugh about Trump and in DeSantis. Like all these people, he's screwing over the working man. And yet they keep claiming that the working man seems to vote for these guys. Man. Yeah, it's again, I don't blame them. I don't blame the con men. The con men are doing what they do. I blame the people that back the con men, always.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. He had 3,500 lawsuits at one point.
It's not shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about Roy Cohn the other night, like the most evil human being that ever lived. And, you know,
Trump's dad's buddy. And
Jared Kushner's father.
Yep.
He, well, you know what happened with him? He caught his brother-in-law he lured him into I think it was a prostitute, took pictures of him and then threatened him. That's why, and he ended up going to jail for that.
Isn't he still in jail or he's out?
Oh, he's out. He's fine.
So was there much conversation around the Kushners in social circles in New York?
They were in New Jersey. They were in like an Orthodox wealthy family. They built like schools and, but you know, the old man was terrible.
You're funny because my Aunt Julie and we were on the phone and we always kind of end up talking about politics, and George Santos came up, and what you guys were so offended at was what he referenced the school that he lied about going to.
Yeah.
You guys were like, it has never cost that amount.
He's like, my school was $6,000. He goes, the fuck are you talking about? Dude? That school. Here's how I know you're lying. You ain't even close. You ain't even close to how much that school costs.
That's what they were so offended at. They were like, I don't think
at least
so.
Lie the right number. For God's sakes.
He introduced his first bill today, by the way.
What was it?
On the floor. I don't know, but I just saw that. It was like shocking.
It's the bill. It's obvious. You can lie in Congress, Bill, and not get investigated, Bill.
House Ethics Committee cannot investigate sitting
ethics. Lack of ethics. That's the Ethics Committee. Now we're changing the name to the Let It Go Committee. Look the other way committee. And anybody in?
So I don't know if you know this, but he is going to a retreat this weekend. Can I say that?
Of course.